Why, hello there, my dear sister-in-law. I was wondering if you could spare a moment to talk to me. It's kind of important that we have this conversation right now.
Millie, it's nice to hear from you on this fine day. Yeah, of course I'm free to talk right now. What's up? Is everything okay with you? Did you have a question to ask me or something?
Actually, Bianca, I wanted to tell you that I've been thinking a lot about the family in terms of the future and everything like that. I've been having a lot of thoughts going through my mind.
Really now? Well, I'm here to listen, so you can go ahead and tell me what you've been thinking about. So what about the family's future are you thinking about?
So my father, my brother, you, your daughter, and myself are all living under the same roof at the moment, right? So there are 5 people crammed into this house.
Well, yes, I do know that much, Millie. I already knew that without you having to explain it to me. It's a bit tight, but it's a nice situation for us to be in.
Well, to put a damper on how you feel about this place, I'm going to say that what I think should happen in the future. I want you to move out of the house.
Huh? What did you just say? Sorry, I don't understand. Why would you want me to move out of the house for? What's so wrong with us living here?
I believe that your presence is having a negative impact on our family, and I don't want that in the house at all. So could you do us a favor and please leave?
Okay, that makes no sense to me, Millie. You're telling me this even though you don't have a specific reason why? How am I supposed to react to hearing this?
Fine. I'll just be brutally honest with you then. Living with you, a sister-in-law who's a high school dropout and gave birth at the age of 18 is just too much to handle. I've really reached my limit with you, Bianca. I'm sick and tired of playing nice with you. You're so annoying, and I don't like having you in the house being a bad influence on us.
Are you seriously kidding me right now, Millie? Why would you say something like this to me? I thought that we were getting along great. Wow, really? You call me a high school dropout?
Hey, I told you before that I was going to be brutally honest with you, and that's what I've been. It's not like anything I'm saying isn't true.
Well, I don't know why you thought it would be a good idea to send this all to me in a message for. It's not like I'm bothering you too much being here, right?
Where are you at right now, Bianca? All you're doing is lazing around my parents' house when everyone else is gone. I'm sure my father and brother would be super happy about it.
I really don't get what you're talking about. I've not been lazing about at all, Millie. I've been doing nothing but housework and doing my job. I work really hard. In fact, I do a bit more than you do, Millie. I know that you graduated from university without getting a job straight after your studies. It's obvious that you're in no hurry. You think that you can do whatever you want, don't you? Especially when you have your daddy's credit card in your hot little hand, am I right?
Oh, shut up, you stupid, naive woman. You've got no idea what you're talking about. I'm my dad's biological daughter, and he loves me very much, so what I do is okay. But all you do is some stranger that married my brother and invaded our house. Please tell me that you understand the difference when it comes to these circumstances.
Well, sort of. But you don't seem to get that I do part when it comes to working and taking care of the household. You hardly do anything, Millie.
You do know when I'm saying all this to you, that I'm only thinking of myself in the situation. But when I'm talking about the future, I'm thinking about the whole family.
But I don't get why you would even be thinking about something like this for. I've not done anything wrong to anyone in this family, especially you, Millie.
Your presence is just going to make the children feel even more stupid. I don't need a high school dropout hanging around. Do you want your daughter to be a high school dropout too?
Okay, just because I didn't finish high school, it doesn't necessarily mean that my daughter's going to be a high school dropout as well. Don't assume things like that.
Well, I very much believe that something like that will happen for sure. Being stupid is like an epidemic. Plus, it's also in your genes. It's gonna happen whether you like it or not. There'll be more and more idiots around other idiots, and I know that you don't want that, so do yourself a favor and leave. Your daughter will be better off. Look, all I'm trying to do is isolate you for the sake of my precious niece. All I want is for her to succeed, and you're holding her back. I know it.
But you don't seem to understand. My daughter would be so sad if something like that were to happen. Why are you doing this to me, Millie?
Well, that can't be truly how your daughter feels, though. I'm the best person for her to be around, and I'll become her mother. It makes me want to cry, but I'm happy about it. After all, I'm the one who got to go to university, and I'm the one who's highly educated. You're just an idiot, and you know nothing about life. In this case, only us, her true family, is going to be living under this roof. We're the smart ones and deserve to have you nowhere near us. I hope that you leave immediately.
Hello, Henry. I hope that you've been having a good day so far. I was wondering if you'll be home soon. What would you like to do for dinner tonight?
Hello, Bianca. I'm fine with literally anything you make because everything you cook for us is so delicious. I don't wish for anything in particular.
Okay, that's not a problem. How about some steak or something with some fresh vegetables on the side? How does that sound? I know you like that sort of dish done for you.
Oh, is that what you're going to make today? I see. Well, I guess I have no choice but to hurry home now, haven't I? I'll be there as soon as I can.
All right then. Sounds good, Henry. Your dinner shall be waiting for you when you get home. I hope you enjoy it, and the rest of the family too.
I feel so bad because it makes it look like I'm making you do everything in the house. I'm sorry, Bianca. Ever since I lost my wife, I've just thrown all the housework onto you.
Hey, I completely understand that since someone has to do it now. It's all right, really. I don't mind at all. I owe a great debt to you being my father-in-law and everything.
Huh? What are you talking about, my dear? What kind of debt? You know that you don't owe me anything. I enjoy being around you, my son, and my granddaughter.
But of course I do. You've done so much for me personally. My parents were so awful to me, and they just didn't love me for who I was back then. I was not allowed to finish my education at my high school and was kicked out onto the street for practically no reason, all because I cost them too much money. I can't sleep sometimes over the fact that you took me in as one of your own and welcomed me with open arms. No one has ever done that for me before.
Oh, Bianca, you know what I did was nothing, and I wanted you to be here with my son. It was so great that you married him and gave birth to my beautiful granddaughter. It's only natural for us as loving parents to open our house to you. I know how much you love my son and his family. It's great to see, and I don't regret having you in the house at all. I'm able to see my grandchild every day, and I can't ask for more than that as a grandfather. My happiness is irreplaceable now that my house is full of the best people.
Oh, Henry, you don't know how much your kind words mean to me. Thank you so much for being so open and caring towards me. I can't imagine myself not being here.
I know that applies to the housework, but it does for other things that you do as well, such as the cooking and raising your child. Don't forget how hard you work. You do great, and because you support this family in so many ways, I'm very grateful for your presence. Personally, I would like you to stay in this house for as long as I live.
Yes, I hope that I'll be able to stay close with you and the rest of the family. I feel the same way you do, Henry. I just don't know if that will be possible.
You don't sound so certain about that, Bianca. Is everything okay? Did something happen? You don't sound very confident in your messages, I can tell.
Well, actually, I do need to mention something to you. It's just such a shame, that I won't be able to stay in this house anymore. It's going to be horrible to leave.
Now wait just a second there, Bianca. What do you mean by that? What's going on here? What aren't you telling me? Why on earth would you leave for? Did your parents get back in contact with you or something? They're not telling you to come back home, are they? Because you shouldn't do that.
No, it's nothing like that, Henry. They don't want anything to do with me, I don't think. I've cut ties with them, so nothing is going to happen with them.
Oh, right. Well, at least that's good. They aren't very nice people to deal with, so I hope you didn't get dragged back by them. If it's not about them, what's going on? You know that if there's someone causing trouble for you, you can come to me and I can do something about it. It's not a problem. I'm here to support you, so please tell me what's happening.
Okay, but I guess it might be a little bit awkward for you to hear this, though. Well, it's actually about Millie. She had a little conversation with me earlier, and it was not good.
Wait, what? Millie? What was she talking to you for? What did she say to you exactly? Start from the beginning so that I can understand and sort out what's going on, okay?
Oh, dear sister-in-law, you know how I told you to move out of this house? Well, I really do think the time has come for you to do so. How long are you seriously planning to stay in this house? I personally requested for you to leave, so you need to listen to me and do as I say.
Oh, really? Must I? I don't know if that's really something I should do if I haven't talked about it to someone, Millie. Can't you give me some time to think?
Do you really think requesting more time to waste is going to work? You're so wrong, Bianca. This is a completely impossible thing for me to do for you. Even if I think about like you are with a high school dropout mindset, I couldn't come up with any sort of answer for you. This isn't a joke to me, Bianca. All you kinds of idiots need to do is listen to what the higher folks like me in society have to say. I told you that I wanted you out of the house, and your time is up.
Well, to be honest, your request isn't going to be fulfilled. I've got no intention on leaving this house no matter what you say to me, Millie. I've always thought about my family and all of this. You definitely haven't. You're only worried about yourself and how you're perceived by other people.
I really don't care what you say about me. I'm trying to do what is best for this family, and that's for you to move out immediately. I'm telling you, it's the best thing to do.
I thought that I understood where you were when you came to us trying to build a relationship. But you know what? I don't understand how you can say something like that to me.
Well, I can give you a very simple answer to that question, Bianca. It's because you're too stupid to know any better, so I can't help that. Also, when I mean leave this house for good, I'm not just talking about physically moving out of this property. I got you your divorce papers for you and my brother. The custody of your daughter will be handed over to the father since you're practically going to abandon them. You'll not be given any chances to visit your daughter again. Isn't that great? You'll be free of so many responsibilities, and you can make a new and more boring life for yourself. I promise you that at least.
So basically, you're trying to completely eliminate me from this family? To basically look like I never existed? Are you being serious right now? This is insane.
Ding, ding, ding. You actually got something correct for once. Maybe you aren't so stupid after all. I'm going to raise my niece to be an upper-class lady.
I don't understand why you would do something like this. Why do you want my daughter to be so elite all of a sudden? I don't think you've shown so much interest until now.
Because for my future, I want to live an enjoyable life. And that's what I plan to do with my father, brother, and niece. Isn't that obvious, Bianca? I guess not. The best way to live happily in the future would be to send my niece to a top-level university and make her work for a large corporation.
But that still doesn't answer my question. Why on earth would you make my daughter do something like that, huh? She should be allowed to do what she wants to do, not what you say to do.
I knew that having to pay for tuition and other responsibilities would come in handy to raise a child. I know exactly what to do when she gets to an age to go to university. That's the appropriate reward I'll get for raising her. Money. So to stop her from getting any dumber, you need to leave right now, Bianca. Don't interfere with my plans.
You can't just do that to me when I'm her mother and I'm responsible for her. Also, my husband would never go along with this crap either. You're making a huge mistake.
And what would you do if your daughter found out that you're nothing but a high school dropout, huh? You'd be making her so upset, and we don't want that, do we? You better disappear now, before I wipe the huge smile off that adorable little face of hers. She'll be so disappointed at how dumb her mom is.
How dare you threaten me like that? You're nothing but terrible to everyone, Millie. You can't just manipulate and get your way like this. It's not how the world works. The child is my responsibility, and I'll raise her my own way. She's smart, and so am I, so you better watch your back. I'll never let you use her like this. You won't get anything out of her.
Oh, my dear sister-in-law. My friends and I are planning to go on an overseas trip very soon. When I get back, you better have all your things packed and out of the house. Also, another thing I better tell you. Why don't I directly hand over the divorce papers to my brother so that he can deal with you instead?
How dare you do something so selfish as that? You can't just get divorce papers without our permission. We didn't request for any of this. We're happily married. I'm going to have some thorough discussions with my father-in-law and husband about my future plans in this house. I'm going to get things to go my way.
Oh, really? Is that so? Well, you're not going to get anywhere with that since you're too dumb to think of any smart action plans. But isn't it great that you're progressing properly in your conversations? You can speak articulately after all. I suppose I should reconsider my evaluation of you a little. I'll tell my niece in the future that you were born to be an excellent mother. Now you won't be totally hated by your daughter. How does that sound?
Oh, wow. Thanks for that lovely consideration, sister-in-law. Please enjoy your trip away and don't worry about what's happening here right now.
Oh, don't worry. I wasn't planning to anyways. I'm going to use my daddy's credit card so that I can do lots of shopping while I'm away. But of course, it's only going to be for me and my family. Don't expect any souvenirs from me, Bianca. You don't deserve anything nice. Just pack your things.
Of course I won't be waiting for my gift then. Those sort of things I don't really need, just my family and their love. You spend up large, kiddo, and have fun.
Oh, I plan to. It'll be so nice and relaxing to be away from all this chaos and you wrecking this family. Also, can you please clean the house before you leave? I actually forgot to do my part before I left. Oops. Oh, they say never leave your trash behind, only footprints. But in your case, you'll leave nothing behind. Thanks in advance.
Okay, fine. I'll do some cleaning around the house before I leave. It might help me calm down, actually. You just sit back and relax until you've got to come back here.
Hey! What the heck is going on here? Hey, you! What the heck are you right now? We need to have a little conversation. It's very urgent, so reply to me, woman.
Huh? Oh, Millie, is that you? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just so busy running errands and doing other things that I was looking at my phone. Oh my, you sound tense. What's up?
Seriously? What's up? That's all you can say to me right now is what's up? Fine, I'll tell you what's up. I came back from my vacation nice and relaxed, and now I can't get in the house? So you need to explain to me what the heck is going on here. I want answers because I'm sure you've been up to something while I've been away. So what's going on here?
Okay. I've got a feeling I know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually didn't realize you'd be coming back today. We're on a trip right now. Maybe you should go away again so that you don't have to bother coming back. Because that key of yours isn't actually going to open the door.
What the heck? You went on a trip? Why would you do that when I was away from the house? How dare you all go on a trip without me?
Well, we can't help that you weren't here. We had it planned and then you just up and left us. You went on a trip with someone else. We couldn't reach you.
Okay, well, tell me where the duplicate key is right now. Where did you put it? I want to use it so I can unlock the door so I don't have to stay outside. Tell me now.
Are you forgetting that we don't have a spare key to open the door since so many of us live in the house? Even if I did have it, I'd never give it to you to use, Millie.
Huh? What did you just say to me? You wouldn't hand it over to me, and why not? How on earth am I supposed to get inside the house?
Well, the fact of the matter is, you're not supposed to be let inside, Millie. It's a shame that it's come to this, but you're no longer allowed in your parents' house anymore.
Wait a minute. That's what you're talking about? What do you mean by that? This is my house, and I've lived in this house for as long as I can remember, and I've got a right to be here.
Didn't I tell you before you left for your little vacation that I was talking to my father-in-law and my husband about me being kicked out of the house? They asked me why this was happening, and so I explained to both of them what you were telling me to do and how you were forcing me out of the house for no reason. I couldn't believe it, but after I finished telling them what you told me, they both got super mad about the whole thing. It was crazy to see both their faces turn red with anger. So it was unanimous decision by them to kick you out of the house instead of me, since you've been so awful to me about how dumb I am and about my daughter.
Why the heck would you do that to me for? Are you kidding me? You told on me for what I said to you? You're such a tattletale. You're so stupid. No, this must be some kind of prank you're pulling, right? Are you lying to me right now? Because I'm sure my father would never do something like this to his lovely daughter.
I've got no reason to lie to anyone, Millie, especially since you were trying to force me out. I needed to speak and tell them what was going on before I exploded. I told them exactly what you told me, word for word. I went into quite a bit of detail, actually. I felt like a weight was being lifted off my shoulders when I told them what you said.
So because of you telling them what I said to you, I'm no longer allowed in the house? This is insane! You can't do this to me. I belong in this family. What have you done with my stuff?
Oh, don't you worry about your stuff, my dear. Nothing has been damaged or anything like that. But it's okay. All of your stuff is in the backyard, so no one can see it. Please feel free to take everything in the backyard with you, or else maybe we'll donate it to someone who actually needs these clothes and things more.
You left my stuff in the backyard? Are you kidding me right now? It could have gotten damaged by the weather or some animals or something. I'm not going to forgive you for this. You'll be sorry for ever messing with me, Bianca. You're going to pay for what you've done to me. You'll feel my wrath soon enough. I'm going to talk to Dad about this directly.
I wouldn't even bother trying to talk to them if I were you, Millie. If you don't want to lose your head, I'd stay well clear of him. He's furious at how you've treated me. It makes me wonder if he'll even listen to what you have to say. He might be so blinded by his fury that nothing will sink in. That's not going to be good for you.
Wow, you really are so stupid, Bianca. You're such a huge idiot. Of course he'll listen to me. Don't you know the kind of relationship that my daddy and I have? My dad's so sweet to me that there's no way he could be angry at me, especially for this long. He also said that he would buy me anything, so he gave me his credit card.
Oh yeah, that's very true, Millie. But you've used that to your advantage by going to university and not even getting a job to help pay for it. Well, you really weren't paying attention whilst you were fooling around and while I was making my plan, were you, Millie? You think you can get away with this, huh?
Of course I can, because my dad loves me for who I am. If I say something like I don't want to do something, he'll respect that and leave me alone. So if I tell him that what you said was a complete and utter lie, I'm sure that my father will trust me 100%. Why would he side with you for? You're nothing. He'll always stand in my corner when it comes to a fight, so I've got a good chance of winning this. You don't stand a chance, Bianca.
Oh, is that so? So tell me, Millie, what are you planning to do about what's been done to you? What's your next move exactly? I bet whatever it is you're thinking of doing, it won't work.
If I win my father's trust with what I've got to say, your entire credibility will be lost due to the backlash he gives you for lying. When that happens, you'll be kicked out and divorced. What's more, my brother will get the custody of your daughter as well, you see? My plan is working out exactly as I hoped it would. You're the loser.
But the question that I want to know is, will your plan actually work, Millie? Do you really think your father will believe you word for word what you say?
Of course he will, dummy. How about you hold your tongue and just watch what happens next, Bianca? I think you'll be quite surprised. I also intend to add even more false information about what you've done so that they'll hate you even more than ever. So start leaving your vacation now, Bianca. Daddy, are you there? We really need to speak. I really need to tell you something. It's urgent. Did you actually hear about me trying to get rid of Bianca or something from her?
Millie, what do you want from me? I'm trying to enjoy myself on my little vacation away and you're ruining it. What are you contacting me for? I don't want to hear from you.
But Daddy, please just hear me out, okay? I really need to discuss something with you. You know in that kind of heart of yours that I never try and kick out my own sister-in-law.
What's that supposed to mean? I was told that was what you were trying to do from Bianca herself. Why would you do something like that, you horrible girl?
But Daddy, don't you see? It was all a complete lie that was fabricated by her. Both you and my big brother have been deceived by her immensely.
Huh? What are you talking about, Millie? You're making your old man very confused right now. This isn't funny. Why must you act like this towards other people?
She was trying to kick me out because she thinks that I'm monopolizing you to get your money and my brother's as well. You can't believe anything she says. What I'm telling you is true. That's why I've gotten in the way of this whole mess. I was trying to trick her into thinking that I was kicking her out instead.
So you thought that it was a good idea to get rid of Bianca from my house? Because of what she found out about my earnings and things like that?
Yes, exactly. She's putting her nose where it shouldn't have been. So please, can you come home immediately and let me inside the house? We need to get rid of this woman.
You know what? There's no need for us to do that. We're not kicking out Bianca as she's done nothing wrong to me or to your brother. Everything you're saying is a lie.
But Dad, no, I'm not lying to you. Come on, you need to trust me on this. She's trying to weasel her way in so she can get your money. I didn't do anything. Hey, why would you say something like that to me for? What do you mean? Don't you believe what I'm telling you?
I don't believe a single word that's coming out of that mouth of yours. Since when did your mother and I bring you up to tell lies to people? Everything you mention is a lie, Millie.
But don't you get what Bianca's trying to do to you? She's brainwashing you somehow so that you'll take her side of the story when it's not even true.
Brainwashing us? Do you really think we're that idiotic, Millie? She's been nothing but genuine towards us. You're the one that brainwashes me into getting what you want. And I'm speaking based on solid facts, Millie. I know for a fact that she would never do the things that you claimed that she would do to this family.
But Dad, are you actually being serious right now? What do you mean about the solid facts? That makes no sense. I thought you were on my side, Daddy.
Bianca earns almost $3,000 a month just from working at home. There's no way that she'd keep all that money to herself. She pays her way in this house, unlike you.
Huh? What? Since when does she work from home? She actually has a job? That's got to be a lie, right? How does she earn so much by sitting on her butt at home?
Well, she does, and most of her earnings goes towards paying for the mortgage every month so that we don't have to worry about payments. Why on earth would you accuse her of trying to get my money when all she's trying to do is pay her way in terms of being able to live in the house? How dare you?
But I don't understand. How can she get a job when she's nothing but a high school dropout? She has such a negative impact on my niece.
Where on earth is this nonsense coming from, Millie? She works hard and does most of the housework. Shouldn't you be proud of her because of what she does to raise my grandchild? What the heck do you think you're playing at by trying to kick her out of my house, you evil little witch? You've been nothing but bad news since you've graduated.
But Daddy, I was just telling you how she's trying to ruin our family. Why don't you believe me? Can't you just see things from my point of view?
Why would I even want to do that when you've been nothing but trouble for me these past few days? It was such a relief when you left the house to go on your vacation, and you had the audacity to use her own daughter against her. What an awful and insane thing to do, Millie! Have you lost your mind? Where's my daughter gone to?
I'm still here, Daddy. I was just trying to protect you from Bianca and her evil ways. Please, Dad, this all has been a complete misunderstanding. You've got to believe me, please.
I can't believe you, Millie. You know what? You can take your things and get away from my house. I don't want you stepping inside my house ever again. Not after the way you treated Bianca. It's been so bad for me since your mother died, and you've made things even worse. I don't need this stress in my life. Go away and leave me alone. I want nothing to do with you anymore.
After Millie was kicked out of the family home, she started moving into a cheap and dirty apartment that she had found online. She immediately started looking for jobs as she could no longer support herself on her dad's credit card anymore. She soon started slacking off and couldn't be bothered looking for a full-time job. So instead, she got a part-time job. If she's still getting credit card bills, she won't be able to live a decent life, so she needs the money desperately. She's also planned to borrow some money from a friend. However, none of her friends were willing to lend her money because they knew what she was like with it. Nobody trusted her anymore. Because she was in trouble, she eventually tried her hand at consumer finance and gets out of her dire situation. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.